Welcome to another video where I continue to be delusional about how much I can read in a day. Come join. It's already really cute. Is it gonna make my heart stop? Is it? Huh? I just have like a permanent smile on my face. Is it happening? Oh my gosh! Okay. One of my biggest reading goals for 2024 is to read more diversely in both the authors that I read from and then the characters that I read about. When I look at the books that I've read over this past year, as well as all the books that I have on my physical TBR, I don't see a lot of diversity and representation in those books, and that's something that I'm working on, hence why it's a goal for this year. I really want to make it a priority to read diversely and kind of see different perspectives as well. That's a goal of mine. I really hope that that is something that I do, and that's something that I will be doing in this video. So hey, I am doing it. Great. So one of the book series that I've heard a lot of great things about is the Heartstopper series by Oseman. I think I've only heard good things about this series. Everybody seems to read it and love it. It's graphic novels, which is also a totally new genre of books for me. So that is also new and exciting. What I'm going to be doing today, it's now 9:15. I'm going to be trying to read the entire Heartstopper series today. I have to be somewhere at 5, so between 9 and 5, I have it in my head that I can finish this entire series. Is that fantasy in my brain? I think it might be. I don't think I'm sitting in reality and thinking that I can finish this entire series, but I picked these books up and I look through them and I'm like, there's 5 words on this page. Like, that is going to take me no time to get through. Can't I do that? Can't I do that in a couple hours? I think so. I might be the Lulu. If I don't finish them today, I'm going to be finishing them tomorrow. So they will get done this weekend for sure. Unfortunately, there are 5 books out in this series, and I unfortunately do only have the first 4 right now. I was able to get all of these from the library, but the 5th one just kind of recently came out. So there's a super long wait to read that, but I do want to read that book, especially if I read all of these ones and I really enjoy them. And I am on the wait list, but I think I'm number like 57. I've got a long way to wait, so that will not be in this video. Sorry. But all of these will be. And I will be finishing these for sure this weekend. Regardless, it's going to be today or tomorrow, but I'm really going to make it a goal to make it today, because how awesome would that be to finish 4 books in a day? Goodread goals, who? That's how people are reading so many books in a year, is they're reading books like graphic novels. I think that's the trick, right? Audiobooks and graphic novels. I could read so many books in a year. So that's the plan. I really need to get started with this so that I can actually finish these books. I really don't know what these books are about, so I can't really even tell you that right now. I know it's about 2 people navigating a relationship. I think there's a lot more to it, and people find that it's just very, I think heartwarming might be kind of the feeling that I get from this book series from what I've seen other people talk about. So let's read a whole series today with some great queer representation in it. We love that. Happening. It's happening. That's really interesting. When it has the table of contents at the beginning, it's like chapter 1, chapter 2, uniforms, a mixtape, diaries, character profiles, author's note, and also by Alice Oseman. I'm interested to see how this is all laid out. Like, is it just 2 big chapters that take up like half the book, or like those other sections like part of the book? This is so interesting. This I feel like is easier to jump into than reading like manga, those other type of graphic novels where you read them backwards. I think that would just be hard for me to do. At least this one is the same reading technique as I'm used to. So that's nice. Okay, I'm excited. We're jumping in. Okay, me checking that this is actually the first book. It is. Ooh, I should time myself and see how long it takes me to read one book. Because then I'll truly know if I'm delusional to say that I can finish all of the books. So let me put a timer on. And I'm gonna try not to pick up my phone. In my brain, I can sit here and finish this whole book in 30 minutes. Let's see if that happens. It's already really cute. It is. I see what people mean. Is it gonna make my heart stop? Is it? Huh? I love them already. I'm only on page 38. Wow, I'm on page 38, actually. It is flying by. Really cute. I love them. It is really interesting reading a graphic novel. I always kind of pictured it being just like a comic strip, basically. And it kind of is, but it's a little bit more dynamic than that. And for me, I'm used to reading such like big, long fantasy books, or like even just like normal romance books and things where you get so much of like the thought process behind, you know, the inner dialogue and things. And when it's in this, like there might be a little bit of inner dialogue, but it's really all just pictures and speech bubbles, right? So I didn't know if I would really like that because I'm just so used to getting so much. It is grabbing me. Like I feel like I already love these characters so much. This book, I just have like a permanent smile on my face because it is so cute. I love them both so much. Is it happening? Is it happening? Oh God, my heart is just so happy. If this takes a turn and makes me sad, I'm not happy. But right now, I'm so happy. Time for book 2. I can't wait to see how the story progresses here. The first one left on a little bit of a cliffhanger, so... Oh my gosh, I'm holding the book backwards. Book 2. Look at this beautiful book. Wow. You can see the front of the book now. What an idea. How cool is that? Yeah, left on a cliffhanger, so I really want to see where it goes from here. Let's dive in. I just finished the second Heartstopper book and oh my gosh, it's so cute. The ending of this book made me cry. I rarely ever cry when I read a book, but literally I had tears streaming down my face, and not in like a bad cry. It was like, I'm just so in love with these characters and just seeing the character development and seeing Nick go through his own personal coming out journey, finding himself kind of a journey, and just seeing all the support and him just kind of becoming who he is, and that journey and this very pivotal point in his life. And it's just so nice, and just the way that Charlie supports him through this, and Nick just figuring out who his real friends are as well, like who's actually supporting him and should actually be in his life, and who he needs to cut out because they aren't supportive of him. It's so sweet. I think this series really accurately represents how challenging it would be to come out in today's society, and kind of the good sides of that, but then also all the challenges that come with that, and knowing the appropriate time to do so, knowing who to tell and when. It's just interesting, I guess, seeing inside of somebody's head that's going through that. I think that it gives a pretty accurate representation of what that would be like. I've never, of course, experienced the situations that these people are going through in this book. Of course, everybody's experience is very individual, so this might be something that a lot of people would relate to, and other people's experiences would be totally different. But it is kind of eye-opening to see that process and what it would be like. I can't believe I'm already on the 4th book of this series. I'm so sad that I don't have the 5th one now that I'm just like flying through these and enjoying them so much. Maybe I'll have to go buy it. Gosh, I don't want to, because if I buy one, I'm gonna need to buy the whole series. And that gets pricey very quickly, especially in Canada. Yeah, so this will be the last book of the day. If you're really looking for a quick series that you can just binge and literally read 4 books in a day, this is the series for you. Who knew that I liked graphic novels? Wow, stunning. On to book 4. Wow, what a rush. It's not even 2 o'clock yet, and I have finished 4 books today. That has never happened in my entire life, but that shows how good these books were. I literally ate these books up. They were so fast-paced, being graphic novels. I loved each of these. I loved the representation in them. The last couple books, they touched a little bit more on mental health and things like that outside of our main characters' relationships and how they navigated that. And I think Alice Oseman did a wonderful job touching on so many challenging subjects and just really made you think a little bit, right? Made you think about these topics and think about what it would like to be going through some of these issues and circumstances that these people are in. And it was just so well done. I feel like I know these characters now. I feel like I am friends with them and we were going through it together. I am so surprised by how much I actually liked these books. Going in, I didn't really have that high of expectations because I didn't think that I'd be able to connect to graphic novels very well, but holy moly, were these good. So just to kind of go through, they all got really high ratings for me. I think as a whole, I would give this a 5-star series because I would recommend this to anybody coming from any kind of a background. I think that this is something you will find something in these books to appreciate and connect to them. And just when you're reading a book that's so fast paced like these are, you're so immersed in the story, right? So the first one I gave 5 stars to. I loved this. This showed Nick and Charlie and how they met and how they developed a friendship and then how that blossomed into a relationship. And you see both sides of the spectrum where Charlie has already been out and kind of knew that he was gay for a long, long time. And then you have Nick, who is discovering his sexuality. He doesn't know what he identifies as. And you see him going through that process and then going through this relationship and just navigating a relationship like this. So I gave it 5 stars. I was so excited. It made me so giddy. Just, the scenes where they were together, it just had me squealing and kicking my feet. The first one gave me very similar feelings to the second one, where it was still very focused around their relationship. So this one, they are kind of just developing the relationship a little bit further. And you see them kind of start to explore that and explore new things. And then this book had me squealing, but this book had me squealing. This one was another 5 stars. As a romance girly, these two are really heavy on the romance and the relationship, and I just really, really appreciated these two. The third one focused a little bit more about the coming out journey of it. So now that these two people have developed their relationship and you've kind of seen them go through all of those steps, this book more dives into, well, how do we then tell the world about this? Now that we have come to terms and understand ourselves a little bit better. So this goes through that whole story and acceptance versus not being accepted by certain people and certain groups and things like that. So this one was really good. I didn't like it as much because there wasn't quite as much of the romance in it. There still was. It definitely was a lot of romance. It's about their romance. So I gave this one, it's somewhere between a 4 and a 4.5. It's still very high. And then same goes with this last one. I would put that around a 4 or 4.5 as well, because again, just not as heavy on the romance. This one really focuses a lot on mental health, which I thought was really amazing. And like I said, Alice Oseman just does so well touching on all these challenging topics. So you're going through one of our main characters' experience with his mental health and his mental health challenges and what that looks like in the relationship. And oh my gosh, it truly makes my heart melt with how supportive both of these characters are to each other and how real this whole story feels as well. So that was the 4 books that I read today, and I'm so happy that I read these books. I'm so happy that I branched out. I think that these are so well done. If you have not read these books, please go out and read them. Please go out and read them. Literally take half an hour out of your day and read the first one to figure out if you're gonna like these or not, because it doesn't take long to finish these books. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I can't believe I actually read 4 books in one day. I thought I was setting like an absolutely unachievable goal for myself when I said that, but it was actually very doable. I'm so pleasantly surprised. If you've made it this far, thank you so much for joining today. If you want to toss a like or a subscribe, that would be much appreciated. I see our little family growing a little bit there, and every time I get a new subscriber, it just makes me so happy. It truly makes me smile to know that people are watching my videos and actually care enough about what I'm talking about to subscribe. So each and every one that I see subscribe or toss me a like, it really means a ton to me. If there's anything that anybody wants to see in any future videos, just let me know. Give me a comment. I have a lot of different videos that I have planned coming up, but if there's something that you guys want to see, just let me know and I'd be happy to make it. So hope you guys have a lovely day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!